And what we have today is a 1992 Geo Metro. Okay, I'll show you the type. Zoom in here. There we go. 1992 Geo Metro. And what I'm going to be doing is changing the caliper, which I've already done on one side, but I've left it open so I can show you what I've done. Okay, first of all, what you want to do when you start, make sure you have enough brake fluid. This is DOT fluid here. And locate your brake reservoir. Take it off, right? And you can add fluid during this process, okay? Here we go. Okay, so what we got here now is the new caliper that I put on. Okay, now usually you have to have somebody with a wrench here. I'll show you what you do. You go like this, and you put a wrench down here, right? And somebody would press the brakes in, okay, all the way to the floor, and then you would close it, okay? And then you would tell them to open it up, right? Like to take their foot off the brake, and then you'd open it again when they pump down. Okay? You're expelling the air from the system and you're helping it bleed through. So again, turn on the car too. You have to actuate the brakes. Okay? You know, the brake cylinder. Get out of here, mosquito. There, he just bit the dust. Okay, and yeah, it's very simple. 2 bolts here, 1 bolt here, 1 bolt here. Your brake line, they give you a brand new bolt and 2 of these copper washers. See those copper washers? Okay, when you take it off, just sand it down a little bit. Not the inside of this, just the outside. Clean it off with alcohol or whatever you've got, brake cleaner. And then assemble it back together when you've got this other one off. My chair's a little squeaky there. Anyways, what else can I show you here? I can show you the actual old caliper off here so you can see what it looks like. Okay, here it is here. Okay, grab a hold of this camera here. There you go. That locked up, that piston. Well, this is a 1982 car, and these are the original brakes. These are the original brakes. It's only got about 45,000 kilometers on this car. So this is the original calipers that it was sold with. Okay? And I was able to buy a pair online for about $35 in the States. Shipping and everything Canadian is about 57 bucks here. Okay? So what you do is, I showed you those 2 bolts. You take off a bolt here and a bolt here. These are your slides. Okay, when the brakes actuate, these slide the whole mechanism. This is your bolt that you're going to take off, and you'll see that little hole in there. See that little hole in there? That's where the brake fluid goes back and forth. So when you tighten down, right? I'll show you now where that is. Put that back over there. Right there. When you tighten down here, okay, here, and on the bottom, you can see it right here. Okay, that tightens the brakes into place. So there's your whole bracket and everything. Okay, and like I say, this is your fluid. This going in here is your fluid. So you take that out, clean this piece off right here that you're going to take off, right? Put the 2 new washers on, the copper washers or silver, whatever they give you. Screw it in. Don't over tighten. Look at the specs for the car. I don't have the exact specs, but I know just by doing so many brake jobs exactly what I need to do here. Okay? And you shouldn't do that either. You really shouldn't, but I get away with it. Okay? So there it is, the brand new brake caliper. And that's how to do it yourself. So what we're going to do now, though, instead of somebody pounding down on the brakes, what you do is you put some fluid in the bottom of this bottle like this, brake fluid. Okay, see it there? That's for me doing this job already. I only had half of that in there. And what you do is you just cut a hole in the top, put the tubing in, make sure it's touching the bottom, right? The tubing is touching the bottom in there. Okay, let me see if you can see it there. I don't know if you can. Oh, there it is right there on this end. You can see it at the bottom there if I move it. There you go. Okay, you want to put it to the bottom. Have a little hole in the top because it's going to expel some air. But while it's in that fluid, it's not going to suck any air back in or any other fluid or nothing because you've already had some in there, right? Make sure the bottle is clean, doesn't have any garbage in it. I chose a water bottle because I can dispose of it after, and I dried it out with a blow dryer. Okay, so all you have to do in this case is just open it. Just turn it like this and open it. Okay, start your car, go inside and start pumping the brake. Just start pumping the brake. Remember, this is open. Just so it opens, like you just turn it so it opens up about, move the wrench to here, okay? From where it is here, like that, to just a little bit lower, when you'll feel it open, okay? Once you feel it open, just go inside, start pumping. Make sure your reservoir over here, right? Your brake reservoir over there has enough fluid. Let me see if I can point to it there, right? Your brake reservoir. Keep topping it up as you do this. So pump about 8-9 times inside the car, right? The brake, and then replenish the brake reservoir, okay? Come back out, do the same. What you should see is no air and just fluid in the line. When you get to that point, you're fine. Okay, so that's a trick of how to do your brakes and prime your brake fluid and get everything working tickety-boo by yourself. You don't have to have somebody sitting in the car telling them, brake, release, brake, release. It's a simple little hint. So simple. I know all the big boys use it, but they don't want to tell the home mechanics, right? If you figure out a little bit about science, you'll be able to work on cars. You'll be able to do just fine. But this brake job would be very easy. I think this is a mid-grade sort of job, or beginner. Very easy to change that. Just take your time, take pictures as you go, and you'll be fine. JDS Flying Canuck for the 1992 Geo Metro. Front caliber brake job. I'm going to do the other side in a minute. Have a great day. Take it easy.